Well guys, we got 3 brand new posters for Moon Knight and a little bit of insight by the director and producers of Marvel teasing a potential Avengers crossover down the road. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so first up we are going to tackle the posters we just recently got. Now there are 3 posters here which are all obviously different aspects of the personality of Moon Knight. I absolutely love the Mr. Knight one without the hood, and it just looks incredible. We of course have just, I guess, Steven or Mark, depending on who it's going to be, whatever twist or revelation they could toss in here. And then of course we have just the proper Moon Knight, outfit here, the classic outfit, if you will, which looks absolutely stunning in this image. Probably my favorite look at it yet. I will say I am very partial to Mr. Knight though. It's my absolute favorite one so far, and probably one of my actual favorite Marvel Studios costume designs so far. Just looks absolutely awesome. And yeah, that's all I really got to say about these. These are great. You guys have all probably seen them. Now let's get on to the big topic here. And that's talking about Moon Knight's future in the MCU and integration and crossover with the Avengers. So there's been plenty of hints recently by Marvel Studios producer Nate Moore, from Kevin Feige, and even the directors of Moon Knight, talking about the future of the character and his involvement in the bigger MCU, and of course, what does this mean for the future of MCU team-ups. Now the head writer of Moon Knight also sat down with Total Film and sort of went a little bit more into it with direct quotes and talking about it a little bit more directly with Total Film magazine. And he says that as of right now, he doesn't know about anything directly happening that's going to see a crossover that has Moon Knight teamed up with any of the Avengers or anything like that. But he says that if you look at Kevin Feige, he's the one that knows all that and decides all that, and what you're hired for and what you're working on is a singular project unless you're involved with the bigger thing or something happening down the road, and that's all really down to them. But he says that this show, in a huge way, is very important to the MCU and another big chapter and another big world that's being brought into this universe with a new mythos. So in that way, if you look at everything that came before, you kind of understand where this is eventually going to go. Now, of course, we've already talked about it and I've made a video about it. We're supposed to get a pretty big member of the Avengers that shows up in the first season. And if we just look at everything recently, we kind of know why he would show up and what the reasoning would be, and that's for, well, the recruitment of whatever new iteration of the Avengers or a team they have going on. And my guess is that they don't want to confirm anything just yet. If you spoil, oh yeah, by the end of the Avengers, he's just going to show up in New York and he shows up at Avengers HQ or the Sanctum, you go, oh, okay, I guess. You don't want to spoil that, right? So you have to let the story naturally bring you there, and I think they're kind of saving that. But teasing it is exactly the smart way to handle the marketing and the hype up for it, because most people know it's going to go there. You're just waiting for when, and them not spoiling it for you means that you're always on your toes and you don't know when it's going to happen.